Oh, and they've got like the radioactive vents in there. Oh my goodness. Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, episode 142, where we're going to start out the episode with a jump to a new system. That's right. So, off camera, we've done our typical dance with the local space station, gotten our quests, checked out the modules, there was nothing worth purchasing, learned some dialogue from the Vy'keen, and now we're really just trying to map out the local systems here near the Thranxian expanse. So we've pretty much got everything that's within 30 light years, roughly, of home base. So now we're going to go out a little bit past that. We're going to start going to the ones that are within 50 light years. And what do we have here? We have a Korvax system with 2 planets and a developing economy. That looks good. Let's give it a shot. Oh, and it looks like we have warped right into a battle here where a freighter is under attack. So let's put these photon modules to use here. And let's begin slamming these ships with some damage. Ooh, ran right into him. Hey, that looked like a nomad. Nope. I'd like your cargo, please. Thank you. Who's next? That's right. For an exploration ship, we really can hold our own. Not only can we outmaneuver, we've got the speed to match. Just fire a couple of shots. I don't want to damage this cargo pod full of gold and be labeled as an enemy of the freighter. Oh, they blew it up, though. They're not playing around. Okay. Well, neither am I. So we'll see how you like that. Who's next? Mm-hmm. Oh, you better run away. Oh, that's a hauler? No. I don't know what's worse, trying to fight in a hauler or being destroyed by an explorer. Although I suppose the modules are what make the difference. You're darn right hostile ships are defeated. Pretty neat looking freighter. Do we want to spend the time going aboard? I think we will. Just to see what it looks like, what kind of class it is, what its price range is. I don't think we're in the market, but I am curious. Destroyed 80 starships. Didn't we already get that once? I feel like that was already achieved. Perhaps not. Where are we at? 20 million units, and we've really just been traveling and scanning creatures. I mean, really, the whole manufacturing side of things probably not even necessary. If you're willing to just warp and scan and explore, you'll get paid just doing that. Yep. Okay. What do you got here? A C-class freighter with 28 slots, but still worth so much more just because it has 12 more inventory slots, which I can't argue with that. That's pretty realistic, actually. But obviously we're not going to buy it, even though ours is a B class. No. We don't have the money to buy it, first and foremost. Yeah, salute. Just give me the freighter for free. I'll trade you my old one. But alas, that's not the way it works. They're only grateful enough to give it to you the first time. Which, if I would have known that, I feel like I would have just kept jumping and kept refusing and kept jumping and refusing until one of them was an S-class, right? Seems like that would be the best way to get an S-class freighter. Alright, enough of that chicanery. Ooh, look at the dark violet space that is this nebula. A little bit of light blue over here towards the star. Okay. Ooh, that's a magenta sky if ever there was one. What kind of planet is this? A sub-zero planet. The magenta sky. Should be a second planet. It's a nice looking freighter. I don't know how I feel about the color, but it is a neat design. This planet, on the other hand, a contaminated planet with ancient bones and a red sky. Well, we're closest to this one, and this isn't the one I'm going to want to spend much time on, so let's go to this one first. It's like no water, a lot of little craters. Oh, like a rippled sort of terrain. A lot of pockmarks on the surface. A thick sort of atmosphere. Alright, let's see if we can find a local building. The local flora looks pretty exotic. A lot of gamma weed up on that one mountain there. Wow, yeah, these forests are something else. Well, if you're not going to let me locate a building, we're just going to have to settle out on some mountaintop or something. I suppose we could always scan for a trade outpost. Oh, here we go. Sure. Let's land here. Not really high on the radiation. Just irradiated winds. Look at that sky. That sky is something else. Alright, let's assess. It's got the typical sort of anemone-type plants here. Nocturnal pollinators. Okay, it's got these interesting-looking palm trees. These are pretty exotic here. Parasitic leaching of nutrients and has toxic thorns. Did you expect anything else on a planet like this? The ground looks all oxidized. Local civilization seems to be intact. Oof, that is an ugly hauler, all boxy. Look at that thing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you want that, like, Space Marine look, maybe. Suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Look at these mushrooms growing like grass. How peculiar. Sometimes it's the little things that are the differences. Like, look at this. This is a mineral structure. It's like coral above the sea. Formation process is fossilization. Okay, high density pure ferrite and uranium. Let's go ahead and get our things here. Nanites. Korvax rep. Korvax word for corrosive. I'll take it. Yeah, if you look down in the bottom left, it says 5.8 rads, but we're also experiencing 8.2 tox. Ooh, manufacturing facility. You don't say. Okay. I hear creatures, I just don't see them. We've got to see what the inside of this cave looks like. Oh, it's like red lichen. Oh, look at this. Oh, and they've got like the radioactive vents in there. Oh my goodness. Ooh, yuck, yuck, yuck. These planets always feel so hostile. They have a certain exotic beauty to them, you know. But it's those irradiated winds. The sky is nice. I do like the sky. No, let's head over to this manufacturing facility. It's like right here. I don't have to scan for it, or really travel that far, or anything. Oh, and there's ancient data structure nearby? Dang. Oh, this is an operations center. That's okay. We'll do this. Let's stock up on our navigation data. What? I'm not allowed to loot. I'm not allowed to loot data structure? Come on. I disagree. Oh, really? Oh. Yeah, okay. Now what do you think? I'm trying to loot the data structures. Look, if you can't verify it's me from a distance, then you have no business showing up here, because I'm just gonna blow up your friends again. Ouchie! Is that not the door? Door must be on the other side. We haven't even maxed out our shields. No, the door is not on this side. Sentinels are searching. He jumped over the building. Where did he go? I've lost him. Oh, we got some quad servos. Look at all that navigational data we have now. That's good stuff. Okay, where the heck is the door to get in? Oh, there it is. I found it! Again, it is still me. Are you not? Okay. We have to fight Sentinels anyways. Look at all these quests we're completing. We might as well make it these Sentinels, right? Okay. Now we're up to Suppression 4. Now they're going to send the big one. Suppression level severe. Let's see what we have inside here. Korvac's research log, primary entity blank, formula research, secondary entity, technological blueprint reconstruction. Technological blueprint reconstruction is likely going to be some sort of module, and I would rather get the formula, right? So we want primary entity, I believe? Yeah, that sounds right. Primary entity's workflow procedure provides some useful knowledge. Ah, sodium diode. Sure. Thank you. There's no need for us to be enemies. Except I'm still showing a 4-alarm Sentinel waiting for me out there. I'm not excited about that. It's just behind these Atlas Pass doors. Is this one not gonna let me in? It looks like a door, doesn't it? Yeah, well. These little areas are interesting, but I don't really need the resources. So they only lose sight of me when I'm over here. Return to mission agent. Mission agent, mission agent, mission agent. All of these Sentinel ones are complete now. Wow. Just a little fight with the Sentinels and now all of our quests are knocked out. I can't argue with that. I suppose we should just take some plants while we're standing here. Sulfurine. I don't really want sulfurine. Deuterium. I don't really need deuterium. But the Mordite is handy. I have been spending a lot of that. Let's see what we have that's worth a darn. I don't want to hold on to this. I don't really want to hold on to that either. Alright. Now that the Sentinel alert has subsided, I get why it stuck around is because they were alerted because I was blowing them up, not just because I entered the building. I suppose that makes sense. I don't really want to stay on this planet anymore. As fun as it is, and we got lots of navigational data, let's go check out the other ice planet. I'm much more fond of ice planets. Plus, I would like to assess their differences up close. So we have a sub-zero planet we're going to arrive at in 40 seconds. It looks like it has a large ocean and some inner lakes as well. Let's just keep it on the purge for now. Yeah, it's definitely laid out. It looks like continents, but yet it's pretty high sea levels as we get closer. These are just smatterings of islands. It looks like somebody splattered land onto a water canvas, Jackson Pollock style. This is going to be an interesting planet with these. So it's a blue sky with greenish water. It's almost like brackish water. Yeah, look at this. It looks like maybe this is in a section with inland seas, but we could tell from orbit that this is really just a massive ocean. And these little bits of land just pop up out of it all over the place. Alright, let's slow down a little bit and start scanning for buildings. The Nomad is going to be our friend here. Perhaps what we need to do is get ourselves a nice, neat picture here, eh? That's right. Because it's fun. Because I'm having a lot of fun taking specific screenshots now and making the thumbnails pretty. I feel like I'm able to focus on a lot more of the beauty and appreciation of the game now that so many endgame objectives have been met. Alright, well, if we can't find a place to land, then we're just going to pick a spot. Like right here. Infrequent blizzards. Alright. Very awkward sort of mountain ranges. Up and down and up and down and up and down. Sort of natural looking. Some of these cliffs look a little unnatural. Could be extreme tectonic activity underneath a massively high sea level. Sea levels seems abnormally high here. That's why most of the planet appears to be covered in water. Even the portions that aren't are. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our scan of secure frequencies so we can knock out yet another endgame objective. Oh, first try. Look at that. Manufacturing facility detected. Hopefully it'll be close and we can take the Nomad. Oh, 8 minutes? You betcha. Let's get our summoning station laid out here. Alright, Nomad it is. Let's do this. We're going to blast right across this water here. We'll get an idea for what's under the water. Oh, it's these intricate little coral formations. Okay. Let's just hop out and see what it looks like. Sort of a natural watercolor-ish. Not necessarily for deep water, but for shallow water, sure. We'll scan some jellyfish, right, and some regular fish. It's always... Oh, we're getting the mineral. That's okay, we'll get the mineral. It's always a good amount of money hopping in the water to scan the local fauna, the aquatic fauna. Abyssal horror. Ooh. Just hanging out down there. Alright. Where is my Nomad? As we were. Back to the manufacturing facility, please. Oh, what have we here? This appears to be... Oh, an abandoned building. I think we'll do this just to do it. It is free nanites after all. I don't think we're going to mess with these eggs. We're not quite in a position to do that. Once it becomes time to upgrade our new multi-tool and we need nanites galore, I think we'll dedicate some time to doing that, but we're just not there yet. Returning user identified, terminal now active, unlocking data log, continuation for analysis. If one can see clearly enough, you'll come across a crystal and learn that it is made not of atoms and molecules, but of thought and gravity and numbers. You must go deep. Come and see, I beseech you. More than I must know of this, if only to spread the word and warn the other species. Tell it to all, write it in every language. You know, etch it in stone, scream it in song, but never be silent. I tell you, I have seen what lies beneath the surface of everything. The brittle grit of reality crumbles. I discover something coded deep inside the long-dead traveler's data log. Something has been left that will aid me on my own journey. And it's nanites! It's always nanites. That's okay, though. Chromatic metal for you. And more nanites. Oh, we're getting those nanites up there. It's going to take about 1,500, or just shy of 1,500, to be able to get the 3 photon cannon modules that we require. There you go. I got those butterflies. Oh, I'm tempted. No. We don't need the nanites that bad yet. We're still trying to earn our money back from the 2 things we bought. And frankly, it's going to take quite a few nanites to outfit our S-Class fighter. And And that's not even counting when we have to go for a new multi-tool, which we also need to save up money for. So right now, saving up money in nanites is sort of the name of the game. But being that I'm so pleased with my S-Class Explorer, that is going to be one of the first things we do, is to fully deck it out. And that requires 3 more photon cannon module upgrades, so that's going to be the priority for our nanites at this moment. Look at all that sodium. Very good. Okay. Onward we go. So as the sun goes down, the snow turns this deeper navy blue. And the water turns almost lighter in color, more teal than the hunter green it looked in the broad daylight. And the sky appeared so magenta at first glance, and it's now painfully obvious that it's bright blue, just like on Earth. Ooh, it's an interesting looking ship. A-class hauler. 31 plus 4. Nah, those wings are a little blocky, actually. Got here sac venom. That's our 3rd tier rarity item. Let's go ahead and save and chart this sector. And we're gonna knock, knock, knock. All right. Monitor system normal, all life forms within operating parameters. Ooh, what? What? It's not even, like, coded in a language. Gunna School Labs. The terminal shows a variety of motionless life forms standing in colossal rows in the darkness beneath the factory. They look like Gek and Vy'keen, unblinking, apparently unaware of where they are. What? What? I guess initialize the system? I initialized the system, causing the life forms below to wake up. They lurch forward, their heads slowly turning towards the camera. They reward me for my assistance in their awakening. Does that mean I have all the manufacturing facility blueprints? That's sort of the way that came across, isn't it? No, it might be a fluke. Hold on. This warrants further examination. Let us scan for secure frequencies. Yes, another manufacturing facility. Excellent. We should be able to duplicate our findings. 14 minutes away. No, no, no. We're going to fly to this one, because if this is the fact that we have mastered all of the manufacturing blueprints that we can learn, then it's going to be time to hang out at our base and prepare some money-making systems. So we need to be darn sure before we turn off this exploration train and start making money. Alright, let's go up around this mountain there. Okay. Ooh, careful, careful. Alright. Maybe if I didn't have my menu open. would have been able to do that high-speed landing. Oh, the butterflies! Butterflies! It is interesting. So we've stopped on 3 frozen planets. We have stopped on 3 frozen planets in the last few episodes, and they've all felt different. Not cosmically different, but enough to notice, you know? Enough to notice. And I think that's epic. I think the fact that they've managed to nail down these subtle differences, such as sand color, sky color, water, terrain, creatures, like, it's all, none of it's really cosmic. And if it was just one thing, it might be easy to go, well, all they did was change the sky color, or all they did was add some new creatures. But it's the subtlety of all of it together. It's like different creatures, different water, sky, all of it comes together to really give you this small sensation of, yeah, this is a different planet. The generation of the terrain, I think, is what really does it for me. And I would imagine for everybody, it's kind of, there's a different thing. There's a different item sort of on your checklist that stands out as, wow, this planet feels very different. Maybe it's the way the water runs. Is it in rivers? Is it in lakes? Is it an ocean? Are they islands? Maybe it's the terrain. Maybe it is just the sky color and the grass color. I hear the distant voices of the Korvax entities who once worshipped here. As they whisper, words written in my own language glow faintly on the monument. The echoes want to be heard. I would like more help with your language, please. Korvax word for journey. Okay. And what I should have done was ridden my nomad down here. But we will ride it back up top. I was too busy taking in the beauty. Are there rings or no rings? When the sun sets. How about this one? When the sun sets. What color is the night sky? Is it the dark lavender? Or the dark violet, rather? The blue? Is it a natural color? Is it unnatural? I mean, look at this. It's a pretty nice backdrop. Alright, that's not the door. Let's find the door, let's open it, and let's determine once and for all if we're done with this. Because if we are, I'm going to be so excited. Alright, another manufacturing facility. Echoes blank, blank remains, blank blank time, Korvax blank blank blank, and phase blah 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 blah. Okay. The factory is unlike the other Korvax facilities I have seen. It does not appear to produce machines or files, but strange reams of a plastic substance covered in precise sequences of dots. Looks like writing, but what use would the Korvax have for such primitive communication? Really? I'm not really sure what to do with this. I guess I should steal the technology? I attempt to steal the technology, but the factory's automated defense systems blast a bolt of energy at my suit instead. Whatever is here, it is not worth the trouble. Okay. That's not exactly a duplication of our findings. We may need to scan one more time. I should have just reported it to the Korvax authorities. A supply depot. Not what we're looking for. Good thing we have lots of navigational data. Manufacturing facility. I don't believe that's the one we were just at. But if it is, we'll know soon enough. It says new product formula now accessible. That's what the little quest icon, or the quest message just said. I've got this odd sinking suspicion this is going to be the one we just came from. Yep, with its door blasted open. It sure is. Well, perhaps there are more manufacturing facilities we'll have to go to yet. But not in this system. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up. So this has been episode 142 of No Man's Sky. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you've had a good time watching, because as always, I've had a good time playing. Be sure to come back next time as we leave this system in search of ever more manufacturing blueprints. But until next time, take care.